Yeah, I have to address one other thing that just fell in my lap that I had no idea what was going on. It's so much stuff that's been going on that I have not been paying attention to pertaining to these trolls. There's too much stuff going on because you see, I live my life. I pay my bills. I work. I try to keep it together, and that's what I'm doing. I don't sit around festering about other people. But I have to say this. And this is another pathetic maneuver that these trolls did under these bitches by taking the court case transcript and reading it, spending it over an hour. Oh my God. Sean Day Brennan, of course, Saunders gave it to him. And of course, in that court document or that court transcript that you read, you admitted that Saunders did your paperwork. So Sean Day Brennan admitted that Saunders did his paperwork. We already knew that. Kristen and I already knew that. That's a foregone conclusion. And in that, he was going over every little thing in that court case. Every little thing in that court case that was said and done. And it's just, I just find it absolutely pathetic, absolutely trifling and pathetic that they're going ahead and reading everything in that transcript and everything that was said. The court reporter obviously had misquoted half the things that I said. I find that kind of also twisted. Some of the things that he didn't even say in that courtroom, in that court case, was twisted. So it makes me wonder about that. And it's obvious that the judge had his own agenda. It's obviously the judge was trying to pretend that he was going to listen to the case, when in all actuality, when I tried to say the things I wanted to say and stress the things I wanted to say, it was already a foregone conclusion. But we already know that. I lost a case that I should have won. And that's the bottom line on that. I lost a case I should have won. I will say that the judge was biased. I will say the judge was biased. I'll say it with a straight face because I believe he was. It's not going to change anything that I'm going to do if I have to reopen the case, and I can. Here's the deal. You think I can't? I can reopen the case anytime. The only problem is I have other things better to do with my life. And I would hope that out of people viewing me that don't necessarily like me, if these people don't like my content, if these people don't like my show, then why in the fuck are you watching me? If you don't like my content, you don't like my show, then move the fuck along and don't watch me. Move on. But see, this is a criminal behavior where they try, it's not so much whether they want to try to destroy me. They want to ruin my reputation by putting words in my mouth. They want to sit there and say different things about me and try to ruin my reputation. This is what they've been doing for so many years throughout all of this. Trying to ruin my reputation, trying to infiltrate and twist everything that I say. And that's what you trolls are notorious for doing. Okay? I find it just absolutely ridiculous that Sean Day Brennan, over an hour and a half, I got to come out and say this because I'm talking to Kevin and I'm talking to Kristen about this and we're just befuddled. What are you fucking doing? We know you're gay, you have homo tendencies, and you're thinking, I don't swing that way, okay? I don't swing that way. Sitting there and reading a transcript for over an hour of what happened in the courtroom. And half of the things that were said in the damn thing, I didn't even say. I didn't even say half those things. So I have to wonder, what the hell was that court reporter doing? Interjecting words in my mouth. That's ridiculous. It just makes me realize how rigged and how just jerry-rigged this case was. I mean, God. I mean, that case was, there was something fishy from the very beginning. And when I went into that courtroom, it was under my understanding that it was not going to be tried that day. That courtroom, that court case was going to be tried in April, when Brennan would be able to either go on a voice phone, be recorded on a being present in the courtroom through a phone call, or in coming down to Virginia. Brennan should have been here in the case, should have been here, tried in the courtroom, should have had to come to Virginia, should have had to come to Virginia and been tried and been a participant in this courtroom. And if he couldn't, at least have him on the phone, have a phone call to him being brought, and it be a part of the case. This whole thing was screwed up from the very beginning, because Brennan was not in a hospital. Brennan was not in a home facility or a facility somewhere. Brennan perjured himself. Okay? I don't have concrete proof of that, but I can tell you, it's just so suspicious, and just so, I don't know how you want to say it, just a little bit out of the ordinary, that after I lost the case, his ass comes out tenfold. And you didn't hear a peep out of that son of a bitch during the whole case. And the son of a bitch comes out after the case, after I lost the case. Just a little bit suspicious, if you ask me. Brennan, I know you perjured yourself. And I know that you were not in a facility. If you did have some health issues, you might have had some health issues, but I don't think that you were that out of it where you could have responded, or could have said something, or did some more reports, or done some more papers, because you didn't know what else to say. You were befuddled, and you had help from Saunders. You could have responded on your own. Supposedly you could have responded on your own. Anyway, look, I'm not stupid. That court case was going to be tried in April, not January. It was just presenting the evidence. And that judge went ahead and tried that case on that day. Caught me off guard altogether. So that right there is another reason why, was a part of the reason why that case went the way it did. And the fact that Saunders had sabotaged that case. Saunders sabotaged that case and caused me to lose that case. Well, you know what? That is also something that's known as well. So don't think for 1 minute, just because I've been silent, that I don't know what's going on. And just because I haven't said anything, it's been my own choice. I come out when I want to come out, and when I want to say something, and when I don't want to say something, when I want to be quiet, I'll be quiet. But I'm just letting it out. I'm giving it the way it is. I'm letting the truth come out. That case was very suspicious. In paper, I should have won that case. I should have asked for a jury trial. That was on me. I should have told Saunders, get the fuck out of that courtroom. I should have told Saunders to tell the judge. I should have never called Saunders to the stand. That was a last minute thing. I should have had Saunders removed out of that courtroom. I should have had a jury case. And I should have gone ahead and had, if it went down south, I should have had that judge recuse himself. I got hoodwinked. I believe that after what I knew about Saunders, I let him back in. I let Saunders manipulate the case by telling me things that, out of concern, when it was all trying to play for the other team, a double agent. And the only reason why Saunders, I know this for a fact, you didn't want them to bring up your past about being a sodomite, or about being a pedophile. You didn't want them to bring up your past about your being a pedophilia. And that 13-year-old kid, or that 16-year-old kid you messed with named Zachary. Those trolls knew that information, and that's why you flipped on me. I'm not stupid. You will burn in hell, Saunders. You will burn in fucking hell is the last thing that ever happens. I'm letting it out. I choose to do what I do. No one controls me. But I'm telling you the way it fucking is. This shit, I should have won that case. I had the facts on my side. I had right on my side, and I should have won that case. Okay? So I don't give a fuck anymore. I can always reopen it. It can be a brand new case at any time that I choose to have one. Okay? So anyway, I'm letting the truth out. I'm letting the facts for what had happened. I'm telling the right side of the story. I'm telling the facts for what they are. Okay? I know what I'm going to do if this continues. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me anymore. I'm getting back on my feet, and I will fight back. I'm not some guinea pig. And that Marty entity, if you want to get involved in my business, you think I can't win against you? Listen, Marty, I'm sure you have a criminal background. Okay? I'm sure you have a criminal background to light up a Christmas tree. Your antics are not going to fly anymore. Your little game and trying to hide behind a computer, I'm going to pull the mask. And I do believe that you were in my house. I do believe you were that little small runt that was in my house. That video is being examined. Fuck you. And leave me the fuck alone. I am not playing. Leave me the fuck alone. I tell you one goddamn thing. I will prevail. I might have lost some battles, but I will win this freaking war if need be, if it continues. And I can bet, and you can rest assured of that. I mean what I say, and I hold my ground.